Rolling.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Jack Matthis, current Westar class of 2038. With me today I have Martin Jelinek, class of 2013, as well as Shelby Key, who's also was in the class of 2013. How are y'all today?
Good.
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 Good,
Happy
son.
to be here.
Hey, it's okay if I call you son, right?
That's okay.
Okay, good.
That's okay,
good.
sir.
Thank you, son.
Yeah, that's all
Go
right.
on.
I
Ask.
won't call you son.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Shelby, we'll start with you. What was your career as far as your community involvement and things when you initially entered Westar back in 13?
When I entered Westar, I was the executive director of the Gibson County Chamber. I was involved in a couple of boards, American Red Cross, Carl Perkins Center, credit union. Do I need to speak up for you? Okay.
Just a little.
Apologize. Turn up that hearing aid.
It's built in. Hang on. Hold on. All right. Go ahead. Keep talking.
One more crank.
Thank you. That's better.
You good now?
Yeah.
So that's where I was when I entered into Westar in 2013.
Okay. Martin?
What was the question?
What was your community involvement and what were you actually doing back in 2013 when you entered the Westar class?
Well, that was a little while after Al Gore and I invented the internet.
Okay.
And I was involved in the Jackson Sun on the digital side. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay,
It's
sound
fine.
good. Good. And community involvement, Leadership Jackson, which is still an awesome program. Leadership Tennessee with a tackle group, several boards, committees, that kind of stuff.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. What you both tell me a little bit about your career at that time. What are you presently doing? Martin, we'll start with you.
Well, since my liver transplant, not a whole lot,
Okay.
but just relaxing. I've retired, 78 years old.
Great.
Son,
Still living in Medina?
no.
No?
I have to fly in on to this thing from Florida.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Well, I appreciate you doing that for me.
For you, anything.
Appreciate that. Shelby, what are you
Actually, I
currently
wasn't
doing?
here to see you. I was here to see her.
I don't blame you a bit.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I have not retired yet. I don't have as many age years behind me as this one over here. Crank it down
That's
for just
okay,
a
you can't
second.
Yeah.
I know. Crank it back up again.
Okay, carry on.
I am currently the Gibson County Mayor.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Great.
Yes.
All right. Next question. What we've talked a little bit about your community involvement at the time. What are you currently doing in the community? Have you stayed involved since? Obviously, you're in Florida now, but have you stayed involved in the community since your graduation from Westar?
Well, I'll tell you what. One of the coolest things I got to do after Westar, because I got to know a whole bunch of folks, there's this one fella. He thought he was all that in a can of pickled Brussels sprouts, man. He thought he was all that. And I wanted to be able to introduce myself just like him. So what I did, I got into politicking.
Okay.
And he would walk in and he said, "I'm Chris Kreider, Mayor of Milan." I said, "I want to do that." So I ran against him.
Okay.
And I beat him. So I got to walk into a room and say, "I'm Martin Jelinek, Mayor of Milan." And that was the coolest thing. And since I got that, our friend Scott Conger, remember Scott Conger? He's a mayor of Jackson now. And
Okay.
you guys
Yeah, I know Scott.
still work together and stuff. I keep in touch with him now that I'm in Florida. He calls me up, "Hey, is this the Mayor of Milan?" I go, "No, son, it's the former Mayor of Milan."
Sure.
But we still communicate like that. So it was a lot of fun just to beat Kreider.
Okay. All right. Great. Shelby, are you still active in the community? Obviously, mayor duties require a lot of time.
I was
So.
going to say, once I started my politicking, it did take a chunk of my time. You know, it's kind of hard. You get you spread thin. But I stay as active as I can be.
Spread thin. Aged well, this one.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I still color my hair.
Me too. Great. 50 shades of it. Carry on.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, so I do stay as involved as I can possibly be. There are causes and organizations that are close to my heart that I've tried to stay involved in. But, of course, you know, politicking does take quite a bit of time.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Great.
I got nothing but time. Carry on.
Not too much of it left.
That hurts.
That's all right. That's all right.
That was a little
Wow,
harsh.
that's harsh.
That was harsh.
This
We go
could-
way
this,
back.
This interview could be over.
I'm sorry.
Son.
I apologize.
Carry on.
I apologize.
You don't want him walking out on you.
How far
Yeah.
back do we go? You're just.
You're a young
Oh,
pup.
You're just a pup.
I've heard a lot about you, though.
Oh yeah, my reputation.
Your reputation has
Yeah.
superseded itself quite well.
Okay, carry on.
We've heard a lot about you.
Are you
in the
Jack
current
Jr.?
West Star
Because I knew
class.
your father.
Yes. Yeah, you knew my dad, huh?
I did. Anyway,
Well,
what's the
I'll
next
get
question?
you.
I got thinking to do. My liver's
Sorry.
working good.
Sorry.
I thought you killed your liver a long
Well, I
time
got
ago.
another.
Oh, okay.
All right, having gone through the class 25 years ago, knowing kind of where the class is today, is it what you expected it today? Has it progressed like you would have expected it to? Is it what you would have thought it would have been back then? Shelby, we'll start with you.
I think so, yes. I think I had the vision of West Star that I saw from before my time in West Star and then during my time and then since then. I have always seen it as a program that was only going to grow and make big strides and big changes in our region, and I think it's done exactly that.
Great, thank you.
Shelby, remember that shindig for Virginia and Charlie's retirement?
Yes.
That was amazing. They retired. Jackie's now over the program. She's doing marvelous. Marvelous.
She's awesome.
Yes.
She is truly awesome. She's carried it on, and I think she understood it because she was helping when we were going through it, and she's doing a great job. And I think the program is exactly what it was supposed to be. It evolves with the community, and will continue to do so. So they've done a marvelous job.
Well, you may or may not know, Jackie's daughter is actually interning and helping out with our current West Star class. as a
No
matter of
way.
fact.
Wow.
What a
That's
family
great.
affair. That's great.
That's
Carrying it
great.
on,
Right.
carrying it forward.
Good.
Well, what would you like to see West Star become in the next 10 years?
I don't know. I won't be here,
Okay.
so I don't care.
Okay.
Oh, that was kind of sad. That hurts my heart a little bit, Martini.
Well,
It does.
you can carry me around in that urn.
Oh.
It'll be martini shaped, but it'll be
Oh, yeah. I like
He's
it.
thinking. He's
shaken.
Okay.
Don't stare it.
I
Don't
don't
stare
know
the
that I
urn.
can- Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Okay, you're gonna have to repeat the
I'm
question.
sorry,
I
I
have
apologize.
urns, martinis,
Okay.
shaken and stirred and everything.
What would
else
you
in my
like to
head
see
right
West
now.
Star become in the next 10 years?
Well, it's already expanded to where other states have picked it up, you know, as far as doing their own programs. And even in Middle and East Tennessee, I'm really proud that West Star has started regional leadership programs, and we're seeing it throughout the nation. But locally in our particular West Star, I don't know. I don't know that there's just a whole lot that I would change, or I don't really think that there's anything particular that I can say that West Star should do that they're not currently doing.
Okay.
So you might have a different opinion, but well, you're not.
It doesn't matter.
So,
Okay.
but
All right. Okay. Well, we'll start with you. I'm very interested to hear Martin's answer, but what has changed? What's been the biggest change in West Tennessee that you've seen over the last 25 years?
over the last 25 years, well, back in 2013, West Tennessee struggled as a rural community with losing our industry, we were just in a spot where jobs were hard to come by, the economy was not great, we didn't have a workforce that was very marketable, and that all of those things were really hurting us as rural communities. And in the last 25 years, we've really seen major strides with education, with workforce, and now I feel like 25 years later, those jobs have come back. It's never going to be the industries of 50 years ago, but we're seeing that in a different way, and we are doing great things as rural communities, as rural West Tennessee, and as a region. So,
Great. And we appreciate your contributions to that as Mayor of Gibson County.
thank you.
Martin.
Education. We had several people that were in our class. Bill Seymour took Jackson State Community College from something that was known locally to something that really truly helped get that workforce here trained and educated. We had the start of the mega site. Now we've added to that mega site, and we're building another mega site in West Tennessee because of the involvement of the people that were on the ground floor with this. That landing, the port, what was that?
Cage
all about?
Landing?
Yeah, that was amazing. Except the guy talked for about 2 days. They could have talked for 5 minutes. I remember that. But
You were asleep. How do you remember that?
I got to sleep a long time. But that's changed the way we move things around. So I think the community's and everything here has evolved with the help of a lot of folks from West Star.
Okay, great. Well, that's what the program's about. That's great.
It did its job.
Well, one last question. Again, I appreciate y'all's time today. One last question. I'm kind of afraid to ask, but I'm going to ask anyway. What is your most memorable or comical experience from your 2013 West Star class?
I'll let you start this one.
Memorable or comical? Let's see. Of course, it'd have to be something in regards to you. You are always doing something comical.
You might want to change the names to protect the innocent.
Ah, that's true. Let's see.
The same rules apply now as applied then.
Which is what?
What happens there
in West Star
stays
in
there.
West Star.
Heard that once or twice.
Yes.
Yes.
And do you adhere to it?
I try, yes.
Yes.
Try.
Try very
No, don't try.
No, don't
Try
try.
very hard.
You just do.
That's a rule.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a rule. Jackie
Those are
will
rules.
kick your
I'll remember
tail if you
Yes,
don't
she
do it.
will.
I'll remember
yes,
that.
she will.
I'll remember
Jackie's
that.
a stickler for. Does she still carry around the Popo Pig?
Yes.
Does she?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
You
Did
still
you
haven't
contribute
answered the
to that?
question.
Oh yes, sorry, question. Most comical.
Comical or memorable?
Or memorable. Okay. Let's see.
We can't talk about a whole lot of that kind of
I
stuff.
know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what can I actually say that?
But may I
you
say
think I
something?
pause too long.
There is a word in the dictionary that came directly from our class.
Which
Remember the fella that I beat in that election, Mayor Kreider?
Yes.
There's a word called Kreidering. If you look it up, it means to promise to be somewhere and do something, but not follow through and do so.
Okay.
If you do that and say, hey, son, let's go for a drink, and you say, okay, I'll be there, and you don't show up, you have Kreidered.
Or
Okay.
if you are there having your drink and your drink is half empty and you're talking and then all of a sudden you turn this way to say something to this person and this person is gone, he Kreidered.
He Kreidered.
Right.
Yes.
It has.
We can give all kinds of examples.
Yeah,
of
Kreidering
Let's
is
see.
just a universal term now.
It is.
Did he trademark this term, or did somebody within the class trademark this? I mean, somebody's got to be made rich off this, surely.
Well, I didn't get rich, but boy, I tell you what, when those folks from that dictionary company called me, I said, I can define that for you. I even put a picture next to it.
Great, great.
Yeah, he Kreidered.
He Kreidered.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Often.
And after I beat him in the election, poof, he Kreidered. Nobody's seen him.
Really?
Ever.
You should
Never
try to
been
get
in
interviewed.
I had my friend, the Mayor Jackson, that Conger fella.
Uh-huh.
I had him looking. Couldn't find him.
Nowhere.
Kreidered.
Nowhere.
Gone.
Okay. Well, on that note, again, we'll wrap up the interview. But again, I appreciate each of you's time today. I know as mayor, you've got a busy schedule, and we'll let you back to it. And I know you've got some sunshine to get back to.
I'm going fishing.
We do have a question for you though.
Okay. All right.
Okay. As a member of the class of 2000, what is this?
38.
38, yes. What has been your best experience so far, and what do you think when you think of West Star and where it's going to be 25 years from now?
Well,
Without me.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll still be around.
Okay. All right.
You'll look like this, though.
No. I will always color.
I don't know what you've done, but you've aged very well.
Thank you. 55. I'm holding up well for 55, I guess.
Maybe it's the liver
that good?
transplant.
It's
For
the
you.
good living.
Good clean living.
Good, clean living.
It's that water-only diet.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yes.
That could possibly be it.
Anyway,
Yes, I was
answer
put
her
on that
question.
diet back in 2013.
Sorry.
Actually.
Okay.
This liver needs rejuvenation.
Okay. All right. You know, the thing that I would say as far as the program itself and, you know, just the experience, just the bonds, the friendships that I've made for 30 people that I did not get to know.
That's a canned answer. What are you really trying to say?
Well, that's just it.
Just because you're with politicians doesn't mean you have to politic. What?
No, just like I'm sure you all did. You made bonds. Obviously, Mayor Conger,
Yes.
Former Mayor Kreider. I mean, you've made bonds you've made bonds that you've carried forward for the last 25 years. Well, I would anticipate doing the same thing. Some of my classmates I've become real good friends with. We've made real good bonds and community connections and things like that. People that I know I can depend on throughout West Tennessee for the next 25 plus years.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great thing that the program does, and I think it's a great thing that the program will continue to do. As far as most memorable experience at this point, I mean, we're not quite through with the class yet, but there's been so many. There's been so many, and again, kind of like you alluded to,
what
happens at West Star stays at West Star. So I'll have to leave it at that.
I'll tell you what, I am very proud of your father.
Yeah.
I see you work for the same company he did.
Yes, sir.
And when he bought the partners out,
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was a good thing to do, and he's got you carrying on the family tradition. I'm very proud of you,
Yes,
son.
sir. I appreciate that.
I'm not going to call you son anymore because I'm going fishing.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
And we're out.